the thing about San Francisco is this, and I want to illustrate something really quickly to you guys, all right? The thing about San Francisco is this, all right? San Francisco, for all intents and purposes, if we could just be absolutely transparent, is a hellhole. I mean, San Francisco is a piece of shit. Shout out to Aaron. I know Aaron O lives over there, but let me tell you something. I'm going to be absolutely real. I do not mince my words. I am absolutely forthcoming with what it is that I believe and what I feel about these hellhole cities. And San Francisco is right up there at the top. Right up there at the top. San Francisco fucking looks like Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia. Oh, you don't believe me? You don't believe me? Let me show you.
Doubling trend of businesses leaving San Francisco, raising concerns over the city's future. Research shows empty
And here's the thing. This is a predominantly white city.
storefronts and abandoned office space are on the rise. KTVU's Brooks Drew is live tonight in downtown San Francisco with what can possibly be done here to turn things around. Brooks?
Well, Mike, they say it's going to take some heavy lifting and a multi-pronged approach. First, cleaning up the streets. Next, preventing crime and stopping retail theft. And third, figuring out what to do with all of those empty spaces and reimagining those abandoned storefronts.
It's sad to see, honestly.
Closed, empty, or planning to vacate, downtown San Francisco has put on a new face.
Huge streets, big sidewalks that are never really filled. It's not really that crowded anymore.
Real estate investment research shows office vacancy and available space in the city at 35% and growing.
That means the people that can leave as soon as they have an opportunity to, as soon as their leases is up, as soon as they can remove their businesses from San Francisco, they are walking the fuck out of there. They are leaving. You can't reimagine it. You can't fix it. You can't do anything. Most major hotel chains or independently owned hotel chains over in San Francisco are literally closing and going out of business. I read reports every single day about what's going on all the way across the country. And the only place that I've heard where hotels are starting to go into default and they're closing is San Francisco. Conferences, they're not trying to have any conferences out in San Francisco anymore. Businesses, closing the fuck up. People are running for the hills. But it's also something in there that we not having a conversation about, because as we talk about Brandon Johnson, we don't usually highlight the women that are running these cities either. We need to bring them to the front of the congregation, but let's continue.
This week, two key Hilton hotels near Union Square dealt a big blow. Investment firm Park Hotels and Resorts announcing it's no longer making mortgage payments, citing business and city challenges.
This is a big wake-up call for San Francisco to realize that they need tourism.
Bob Roush is a hospitality consultant surprised by the move and says it may be part of a long-term strategy.
I suspect they know what they're doing, and I suspect that one thing they want to do is refinance the hotel.
Nope, that's not true, sir. That's not true. Listen, sir, that has your white gray hair coming out of your polo shirt. We see all of that. Listen, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get that cut. We need to shave that down. Whenever you don't have a t-shirt on and you have a polo shirt, you got one button down coming down and you got all of that hair coming out like a fro, that's a problem. Don't just groom your face. Don't just get in the shower and bust that down. You need to bust all of this down, sir. And I hate to bring that up because I know that presentation is everything, but you only get one chance to make a first impression. And sir, you with the afro, the gray afro that is coming out of your polo shirt, let me help you to understand something. It is not strategic. It is a liberal hellhole in which they are running the city into the ground and they are enabling the criminals to continue to take over the city because they are more concerned with votes and staying in office than they are about actually doing the thing that's in the best interest of the citizens. Let's continue. All right.
With the lender. Another thing they may want to do is put pressure on the city of San Francisco to clean up its act relative.
Look at that shit. Look at all of that fro coming out. I'm sorry, I be getting distracted. I know messy mathematician keep calling me out about it. But when I hear people, I don't hear what they say all the time. I also observe who the person is that's telling me what it is that they're telling me. Now, sir, you have a fro coming out of your Polo, I'm gonna need you to fix that the next time that you get on here, all right?
To
Somebody tell
homelessness
Bob Rauch from a hospitality consultant, don't you ever fucking get on live stream with no t-shirt on and you all got that fro coming out of your shirt.
and crime.
Otherwise, Roush says more hotels could follow suit. While business travel is back 85% from 2019, conventions and even leisure travelers are staying away. We only found the occasional shoppers.
Just like Doc Martens boots.
On this block of Market Street, just this shoe shop remains open.
One shop, a Doc Martin shop, is the only shop. Listen, it's so bad in California. Let me show you how bad it is. Let me show you how bad it is. And shout out to all of my fellas that's out here wearing froze on their chest. That shit is not cool. It's not kosher. Let me show you how bad it is. This is a man that's gone through.
Have you ever heard of at the steps of City Hall? They took that to heart in San Francisco.
Look at that shit. That shit looks like Kensington Avenue. Oh, no, 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 no. Let me be clear. This is not regular tourists just out here having a good time. This is, in view of City Hall, it looks like people are out there operating on Kensington Avenue. This is a man that went through and he documented, and several people have done so. Remember when y'all used to think that Detroit was, they used to call it ruin porn. They used to think that Detroit was ruin porn. Nah, if you walk downtown Detroit, you go over to Midtown, you go over to Corktown, you start to see what's happening and how it's spreading out. Even if you go over to Livernois on the Fashion Ave and see what's happening in all of the new restaurants and the police and the building up and the protection of the community and shit, it's still some bad parts just like every city. Detroit, downtown Detroit looks 200 times better. You see me walking down there every day. I do vlogs almost every fucking morning down there. Downtown Detroit, it looks better than downtown San Francisco. That's crazy. Listen, downtown Detroit looks better than downtown San Francisco.
We're walking down Market Street in San Francisco. We're gonna walk from Civic Center to Powell Street. That's where we're gonna turn around at the cable car turnaround. So let's see if any stores remain open. That used to be a hotel.
That is a fucking ghost town. That is a Call of Duty map right there. That used to be a hotel.
And that in the corner used to be a bank. I think it was used to be a Chase Bank. This here's another closure. It's got a for lease sign.
Look at that
Right
shit.
here in the corner. This used to be a Burger King. Closed. Let's see if we can check out the front.
This is your American city. This Tokyo got this shit locked up. This is your American city. Yes, the Detroit Riverwalk was voted the best in the country. Most people are not even familiar with it. The Detroit Riverwalk, in which you can oversee Canada straight from downtown Detroit and then go in and stay at the Renaissance Center, which is the headquarters for General Motors, is the best, voted the best in the country, and people have no fucking clue. Meanwhile, you go over to San Francisco.
Yep. Burger King. Have it your way. Yeah, that in the corner used to be a Chase Bank. And that's the Whole Foods market that recently closed. As you can see, has a
Isn't it funny that Whole Foods closed in San Francisco, but then Whole Foods, and I believe that a brand new Trader Joe's just opened up downtown Detroit. Whole Foods closed in downtown San Francisco, but then Whole Foods opened up a brand new store and a Trader Joe's down in downtown Detroit. Is something wrong here?
available now retail space sign. There's another sign right up there. It says for lease. It's one of those cases of retail cannibalism. Smart business. That used to be the main entrance for the Whole Food.
Look at that shit. Look at that. This is insane.
Have you ever heard of at the steps of City Hall? They took that too hard in San Francisco.
Now, we get the point. It's no need in walking through the whole video. It's not necessary. But now that we know what it is that we've seen in order to get a better understanding of what's going on in these communities, right? You got to ask yourself one question. Who's at the forefront of this? Who is the face, not only of the country themselves, of the country itself, but who's the face of San Francisco? Nobody is asking this question. You know what's so funny? We have conversations about Brandon Johnson over in Chicago. We talk about all of these black mayors, these men that are extra liberal, that's selling a fucking dream and is not holding us down. Shout out to Ash. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. But whenever it's a completely different narrative or a specific person that stands for one thing in particular, we don't bring them to the front of the congregation. Now, I know that Joe Biden is over there taking a vacation. Joe Biden was recently caught on the beach like this. Hands behind his head, body out, chilling. He got his blue blockers on. He got his aviator glasses on, chilling. Hawaii is burning the fuck up, right? Flaring back up. Islands completely decimated. People out of work. Nobody has the ability to be able to fix their homes. Everything is fucked up over in Hawaii. Cities going to shit. Inflation out of control. People can't afford homes. They throwing a bunch of money over there to Ukraine. China, Russia is teaming up. Fucking everything is just going to shit in the United States of America. Biden is sitting on a fucking beach doing like this. Getting washed the fuck up in the Supreme Court. Student loans about to start back up. Debt just hit $1 trillion with regard to credit cards. Mortgages is out of control. Record repossessions is just through the fucking roof. The whole country is just fucking inflamed. Shout out to P. Rothstein. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. Biden is laying up on a beach, right? We know that Hunter Biden is out here fucking up the bag. They recently swept under the rug that the Secret Service found cocaine inside of the White House. Never happened before in life. Nobody has ever found cocaine inside of the White House, but during the Biden administration, which is largely an extension of the Obama administration, it's just that Biden don't have the charisma that Obama had, right? He's fucking sitting on a beach and he's running for another term, and he's likely going to win because we already know the people that's going to advocate for him to come back in office. But here's the other side of the equation. This is a part of the equation that we don't want to have. So now that we see what's happening over in San Francisco and everything is in flames and all of the businesses is leaving and all of this type of stuff, right? Guess what the most recent press conference that the mayor has had? Literally, I went and searched it out. I did my own research. I had to understand. I said, listen, it's not that just San Francisco is liberal, but who the fuck is at the forefront of what's happening in a lot of these cities? And so I did some research. And you know who I found? Her name is London Breed. Her picture is at the bottom of the screen. This is your mayor. She's a black woman. Her name is London Breed. She is the mayor of San Francisco. And this is the most recent press conference that she held.
Annual Transgender History Month. It is an absolute pleasure to be here with you all and welcome this very special moment here in San Francisco. I have the great honor to be your MC for this occasion. My name is Jupiter Peraza. An occasion that is very personal to me and very close to my heart. For some context as to why that is, back in 2021, I wrote the initial draft proclamation designating August as Transgender History Month. I was inspired by the Compton's cafeteria riots.
Now, let me be absolutely clear. Jupiter Peraza, right here, goes by she, her, but all indications saying that that's a biological fucking man. Jupiter Peraza, manager in a statewide coalition at Open House, while San Francisco is fucking burning to the ground, they're having a press conference, and the special speaker and the host of the press conference is Jupiter Peraza, which by all indications is allegedly a biological fucking man. And this is the person that's at the forefront. Let me fast forward it a little bit because I want to get to the thick of it. We're not gonna do the whole thing. I just want to show you what the fuck is going on, okay?
This individual is co-founder of the Transgender District, co-owner of The Stud, and the highest elected black trans woman in the country for any Democratic chapter. Let's give a warm welcome to party chair of the San Francisco Democratic Central Committee, Honey Mahogany.
Look, this is what they're doing.
Thank you so much, Jupiter, for that introduction. Isn't Jupiter Peraza incredible? Let's hear it one more time for Jupiter Peraza.
Another one. Another one. While San Francisco is burning to the ground, this is the shit that they're promoting over in City Hall inside of San Francisco. And who's at the forefront of it? Let's figure it out. Because we all know that there was another one that came up there and said it, right? They just introduced and they're having a whole fucking party inside of City Hall. Let's move forward.
I'd like to introduce a deep champion of Transgender History Month. Let's please give a warm welcome to Mayor London Breed.
First of all, I have to take a moment to just really appreciate.
They're going to have the kids up there. They're going to have all the representatives up there. And this is y'all leadership. This is your leadership. This is the mayor, which is one of the biggest champions of what's happening within the community and is really driving the city See, nobody is bringing us to the forefront except for me, right? I know that y'all want us to continue to talk about the shit that's popular. We want to talk about Neo and Tyrese. And I know Derek Jackson just did a recent interview. It would have been more popular for me to have a conversation and review the interview with Derek Jackson. And that's not completely off the table. But I had to just deep dive a little bit more because this is an important issue. This is the mayor of San Francisco that is not getting visibility or responsibility laid at her feet. So while we hold Brandon Johnson to the front of the congregation over in Chicago, which he should be held to the front of his feet need to be held to the fire. While we doing all of that shit, why are we just sweeping this shit under the rug while they having a press conference, most recent press conference about what they feel like is the biggest issue that they need to solve for in San Francisco?
Jupiter's comments and putting things into perspective to truly celebrate Transgender History Month in San Francisco. It is so great to be here with all of you, including our elected leaders, Joel Longardio, a member of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors. You can wave, Joel. He's looking at me. Do I wave? What do I do? The first LGBTQ fire chief in San Francisco's history, Janine Nicholson.
The first LGBTQ fire chief in San Francisco history. This is the shit that we celebrating. Honestly, y'all. Our cities are fucking burning and on fire. Hawaii, a whole state. Maui. People are losing their homes. Nobody can afford to fucking buy groceries. We becoming food deserts. And this is what we talking about.
Our city administrator, Carmen Chu, and our assessor recorder, Joaquin Torres. And let me also honor some amazing trailblazers. I see Miss Billy Cooper in the back.
I can't. I just can't. I can't anymore. It's so rough. When I'm vetting through these different things that you guys are sending me every day and I'm trying to figure out what it is that I'm gonna talk about, and I see our country just going to shit. And then I'm able to be over here in Tokyo and I'm able to travel the world because I'm blessed. And I'm able to see something completely different. It breaks my heart because I really do love my country. I really love America. I love my cities. I love people. I want the best for people. But God damn it, Jesus Christ. What the hell is happening out here, y'all?